What's good, y'all? What's good, y'all? Crosswalk episode 38, man. It's been a little hiatus. It's been a week. That's on me, but I had to do work. But since it's been a week, man, how you been? How was the past week? All that stuff.
I've been good, man. It's always a downer when we miss Crosswalk because I definitely like this stream for sure. But glad to be back like we never left, and looking
hmm
forward to having a good show.
Yep, yes, sir. So it's episode 38. You said you got one. You don't think I'm gonna pick it. So who is your number 38?
So for my number 38, I'm gonna stick to the baseball roots here, and I'm going with Eric Gagne. I mean, I
Oh,
yeah, I'm going with Eric Gagne.
okay.
So like I know I always see the clip of him versus Barry Bonds when Gagne was at the height of his powers and Barry
Yeah.
Bonds was at the height of his powers. And that matchup was like must see TV. I think it was probably like a 10, 11 pitch at bat. And Gagne
hmm
is just pumping like 100 miles an hour at Barry Bonds. And Barry Bonds fouling off, and then Bonds just homers to center field. And it's just a phenomenal at bat. But yeah, I'm going with
Yeah.
Eric Gagne.
That's a good one, man. I did not think you were gonna say Gagne. I thought you were gonna say Kurt Schilling. That's who I thought you were
Mm-hmm.
gonna go. But
Mm-hmm.
so I figured Kurt Schilling was gonna be too easy. So I actually went back to basketball. And the number 38 that I thought of, it's not because he's good, it's actually because he's bad. Is one of the worst number one overall picks in the history of sports, Kwame Brown.
Mm-hmm.
Number 38 when he played for the Pistons. And what's funny about that is when he played for the Pistons, he was number 38 and he averaged 3.8 points a game.
That's wild. That's wild. That's wild, man.
Yeah, man, he lived up to the numbers, bro. He lived up to them.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So we just came off the heels of UFC London and solid card. In my opinion, it didn't live up to the other UFC Londons, but that's kind of hard to do. But what was your overall feel for leaving the card after all was said and done?
I mean, I think it was an okay card. Nothing really. Just it wasn't like phenomenal, but it wasn't the worst card we've ever seen. It was kind of just a mid card for me.
hmm
I think we kind of got spoiled the previous weekend with that with the card before. I thought that one was pretty good.
Yeah.
But like it's one of those weeks, man. You survive, advance to the new week, and we looking forward to UFC Seattle this weekend.
Yep. So starting at the top of the card, the Movsar Evloev, the Lerone Murphy fight, number one contender fight, title shot, supposedly on the line, maybe. Um, who do you think actually won that fight?
So this was kind of tricky. Like I did a watch along for it. And watching it live, listening to the commentators, I'm gonna be honest. I thought Lerone Murphy won the fight, especially with the point deduction in round four. Um, so at the end of the fight, I was kind of like in between it being a draw or Lerone Murphy winning the fight. But
Mhm.
then I went back and rewatched it with none of the audio, and I can see how Movsar Evloev won the fight. Like for whatever reason, when I was watching it live, I think us hearing the commentators just affect how we view the fight.
Mhm.
And Mobsar was marching forward majority of the fight, was
Yeah.
actually doing way better on the feet than what I was remembering watching it live. And I mean, he was catching Lerone Murphy with some good shots. Lerone Murphy was doing good work too. Both
Yeah.
guys were landing. But I kind of looked at it like this. To me, Mobsar definitely won rounds 4 and 5. The point deduction in four kind of like negated that round.
Mhm.
Round three and round one are razor close. So
Yeah.
I mean, if you give it to Mobsar, I got no problems with it.
Yeah, I mean, in my mind, scoring it live, I had it as a draw, because of the point deduction, but I felt the same way. If they gave it, they gave it to Mavzar, I have no problems with it.
Mm-hmm.
If they would have flipped it and gave it to Murphy, I wouldn't have had any problems with it. it's what you expect from two top tier fighters. A very very close fight, um, and it had a little bit more action than I thought was going to be there. It was a lot less grappling than I thought was going to be there. I thought
Hmm.
Was going to push that a little bit more. He did do that later on, but I thought he was going to do it early on. But
Why do you think he played it? He did that. Like why?
I I don't know. I don't understand it. I really don't understand it. If you have a clear advantage, why don't you just take advantage of it?
Hmm.
I mean, at this point, with where he's been in his career, with all the cancellations, all the fights that have gone to decision, it's not a good time to be trying to prove a point. Like you need to be trying to finish the fight or you need to win decisively.
Hmm.
And I feel like he falls victim to, I don't know if it's in his own head. I don't know what goes on, but he's clearly one of the top 2 to 3, featherweights in the world.
Hmm.
It just feels like sometimes he doesn't push the gas when he has that opportunity for whatever reason.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Watching it live for me, man, like the whole first 3 rounds of the fight, I'm like, why is he not trying to grapple? Why is he not at least shooting just to see how Murphy defends the takedowns? Like,
Hmm.
and I was literally just baffled by it. I was like, what is going on?
Yeah.
But surprisingly, man, I think Mobsar surprised a lot of people. He can get the job done on the feet, man. He ain't
Yeah.
he ain't one of those people on the feet where he is a fish out of water, surprisingly. And
Hmm.
yeah, I mean, I was impressed. And just like you said, when you get two high level fighters like that, the difference is so small, and it's
Yeah.
just one of those things where it's just so close. And Grimy, don't even start. We're gonna get to the Michigan Alabama matchup. We're gonna get to it later. You already know what time
Grimy
it is.
starting early.
You
Uh,
already know.
yeah, and we fight all night. TV. Appreciate you jumping in here with your comments and everything, man. You said that can't be mad at him for giving the fans what they want to see. I'm not mad at him. I'm not mad. It's more in a sense for his career. Um, like I feel like he allows fights to be closer than they maybe should be. I feel like if he would have taken advantage of his grappling, maybe he could have gotten Murphy to drop his hands a little bit more and connect on some more shots, so it wouldn't be as close. But just an opinion. But that being said, do you think it should be Movsar Evloev versus Alexander Volkanovski, or should it be Volk versus Jean Silva?
Man, I'm you know what it should be, man. It should be Alexander Volkanovski versus Diego Lopez 3. I'm joking. I'm joking. I'm joking. I'm joking. I'm joking. Nah, it's definitely got to be Movsar Evloev. I was one of those guys, even before Diego Lopez got the rematch, I was already saying it should have been Movsar Evloev. So
Yup.
for me, getting that win over Lerone Murphy, hadn't been beaten. Very tough fight, 100%, man. Movsar Evloev.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. Totally agree. And it was kind of funny to me that they even had on social media Jean Silva saying that he's flying in to have a conversation about. I'm like, for real, dude. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I mean, don't get me wrong. I think it would be exciting, but it's not. It's not what should be happening at all. Not at all.
Now,
Um.
now with that being said,
Mhm.
how do you see Mobsar versus Volk going?
Ooh. Um. I would say it depends on how he fights him. If he fights him the way that he just fought Lerone Murphy, I think Volk. I think Volk beats him.
Yeah.
But if he goes in with the grappler's mindset and it's grapple first and striking second, then I think he can beat him. But I just don't know how he's going to go in because who knows at this point,
Yeah.
from what I've seen. And who knows if the fight actually happens. He might get to the fight and, toenails fall off. I don't know.
True.
I don't
True.
know.
True. Man, I mean, if we think back to the Volk Islam, the first fight, I don't think Movsar gonna have an easy time like trying to grapple with Volk, man. Like
That's
Volk's
true.
takedown defense, the scramble ability, his pace and his pressure, man. He's always in your face.
Yeah.
Like it's gonna be a nightmare matchup for Movsar, honestly.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. I agree with that. But I mean, I want to see it. I definitely want to see it.
For sure.
It doesn't make any sense for him to be at the top of the division this long and not get a title shot. Just get it over with. If y'all think he's not going to win, and y'all be in the UFC, let's just let it happen so he can go back down the rankings if that's what you want. But you gotta have the fight.
For sure.
So speaking of fights that nothing happened, Michael Venom Page beat Sam Patterson, whom they sparred together, so they had some familiarity. But does this fight help Michael Venom Page at all?
Bro, going into the fight, like there was nothing he was gonna get from this fight to begin with, and then to go out there and then the fight play out the way it did, it only made it worse. And then I saw on an interview today, he's only got one fight left on his contract, so I don't think the UFC is going to be doing MVP any favors. But basically, what I think happened in the fight is that Patterson knew trying to stay on the feet with MVP, like it was going to be a rough night for him, and that's why he was just on his bike all night. He wouldn't let MVP settle and do his usual thing, but yeah, he definitely did not win any points with the UFC with that win.
Nah, man, it sucks because I mean, I know he wants to be champion and everything like that, and I almost feel like he did better in the middleweight division. And even though that's not where he really wants to fight, but it's just his style of fighting. I mean, obviously you've seen that from Anderson Silva, way back in the day when Dana got mad at him for a fight that there wasn't a lot of activity. He's a counter striker. And if there's no strikes coming to him, it's hard for him to initiate. And Michael Venom Page is very much the same way. So it does suck for him, but I agree. I don't think they're going to do him any favors with his next fight. I see you in We Fight All Night. You put MVP versus Izzy, and it can sell out, but they ain't going to fight each other. Yeah. They're not fighting each other.
Quick question though, while we on this, why isn't MVP ranked at middleweight? He's got a win over Jared Cannonier, who's ranked.
It doesn't make sense. You know what, man? The rankings, dude. Like people say that the rankings don't matter a lot, and for me, it's really disappointing because I want the rankings to matter so much. I really want them to be legit, to where a number by somebody's name really means something, and it's not just a promotional gimmick to sell a fight. But when you have the promotion who's selling the fight giving the numbers that are next to the name, and I know that they say that they're not doing that, but I mean, they are. Like it destroys the point of what they're supposed to be there for. He's supposed to be ranked in both weight classes. Hands down, that's just what it is. He's supposed to be ranked, but he, especially not after that, he ain't gonna get no favors done to him. But the whole thing is disappointing, and I'm overall, I'm very, very disappointed with the UFC in general. But which leads me to a question I was going to ask you. You've been streaming. You just streamed the event, but in your mind, too, do you think the UFC is getting boring?
I think there's a little bit to it, and especially like a lot of these matchups, like in the first quarter of the year, man. Like we go back, Justin Gaethje, Paddy Pimblett, which was a very suspect matchup to begin with. Arman Tsarukyan should definitely, if there was going to be an interim title fight at 155, Arman Tsarukyan should have been involved in that. Then we go to Volk Diego Lopez, and I just said Movsar Evloev should have been fighting Volk already. So I think it's more so like these matchups, but in the near future, we got some big time matchups coming up. Yuri Prohaska, Carlos Oldberg, Ilya Taporia, Justin Gaethje, Alex Pereira, Cyril Gahn. I mean, and then we just had Khamzat Chimaev, Sean Strickland. That's going to be a massive fight. So we got some big matchups in the pipeline.
That's true. That's true. And I agree. It's not boring, but it's lost a little bit of the reason why I started watching in the first place. So, and it's the meritocracy part of it. And I understand it's a promotion, and that's when you start to get big companies involved in it, it's going to lose some of that. But you know, when Arman Sarukian doesn't get to get a title shot, and there's multiple title fights without him involved in it, when Movsar Evloev is sitting at the top of the division, doesn't get a title fight, and if Jean Silva gets this title fight instead of him, you know, I'm not a Movsar Evloev stan, but it's just that's just not right. That ain't right. And then you add on top of that fighter pay, and you add on top of that this weirdness that's going to happen in the UFC White House, or Freedom 250, whatever they want to call it. It's just there's a lot of small things that are on the con side for me instead of the pro side. I'm always going to watch because I'm too far deep into it, but those are things that just they don't sit well with me. I'm just not a fan of that.
Yeah, I'm with you on that.
Grimy brought up another one: Sandhagen versus Sugar, Yair versus Lopez. Like, why are we not getting these fights?
Yeah, those are two monster fights. We should have got those maybe in like 2024.
Bruh,
maybe. For
Yair
real.
and Lopez did the promo for you. They did it.
Yeah.
Like, I don't understand. I don't understand. But you know, maybe that's why I don't run the UFC.
Yeah.
Moving down the card, Ewo, from the famed Ewo versus Ebo fight. He destroyed Austin Lane in 28 seconds.
I mean, it's kind of what we were expecting, right? I mean,
yeah.
First off, for Austin Lane to make 205, we already knew he wasn't going to have a chin, and he didn't already have a chin to begin with. So this was just a car crash waiting to happen. And Ewo wasted no time, got him out of there quick, fast, and in a hurry. And man, we got like an exciting little prospect at light heavyweight.
Yeah, for sure. Austin Lane fighting at light heavyweight is like you fighting at welterweight. Like, you ain't making welterweight.
No chance. No chance.
I don't think that Austin Lane. How is Austin Lane in the UFC, but Rosenstruck isn't in the UFC?
That's a solid point. And Jailton Almeida.
How? Like, it doesn't make sense. But you know, company man, I guess. But you're right though. Ewo is definitely somebody that could, if at the very least, he's an exciting fighter. You know, you're gonna get some excitement from him regardless. And I hope that he's matched up against somebody that's gonna push him a little bit more than what Austin Lane would have. But yeah, you're right. He's somebody definitely to watch for sure. CLD did his job against Roman Dolidze. What'd you take away from that one?
Basically, for me, man, I just think the next generation at middleweight is just way better than the previous one at middleweight. I mean, like your CLDs, your RoboCops, your Bruno Fajedas. To me, I just see better mixed martial artists compared to like your Marvin Vittori's, your Roman Dolidze's, your Jack Hermansson's. I think that we're seeing that next evolution at middleweight, and we need it because I mean, you know, Khamzat Chimaev, Sean Strickland is about to happen, and you know, that #1 spot, like, it's spoken for with Nasruddin Imavov, but somebody else could slide in there, fight Nasruddin, and now you're the guy at middleweight.
True, that's true. And Grimy said that the CLD fight was closer than I thought, though. Yeah, Roman Dolidze is a good fighter, man. I mean,
tough,
I don't think
tough.
Yeah, very, very tough. You don't grow that kind of hair on your back without being tough, man. That's
Pause. Does Roman Dolidze's hair look like it's a toupee, or is it just me?
It
Like I
does.
look at it, I'm like, bro, that's not his real hair, dog. That's not his real hair.
I don't know, man. That dude
Hey,
there.
I'm probably not the right guy to say something about it, but I'm just saying, like, I'm thinking it. You know what I mean?
Not a good judge of hair. Yeah, dude. Yeah, it does like a toupee, but CLD, he did his job and everything. I don't think that Roman Delite is a top tier fighter or anything like that. I think he's a good fighter, but I agree with We Fight All Night. His wrestling is CLD's wrestling might be suspect. That might be his Achilles heel. We'll see as he gets further up there. But yeah, but I mean, he did his job. Like I said, I do think that he fights down to his competition sometimes, though. So we'll see how he does. He's gonna be ranked now, so there ain't no more easy fights. None of those. So the fight of the night, Mason Jones, Axel Sola. What'd you think about that one?
Bro, it was phenomenal, man. Just an absolute war. Axel Sola definitely gained some fans in his UFC debut. And man, Mason Jones, I feel like these are all Mason Jones fights. This is just how he fights. He's gonna march forward. He's high output, but he gets hit a lot. Doesn't really move his head a lot. So he's gonna take a lot of damage. He's gonna land a lot of shots and just make for some very fun fights. And everybody involved won. Both fighters won, and the fans, we definitely won with that one.
Yeah, I was laughing at Grammy's
I
comment.
already know.
He said, I got Damon Jackson pre-hair. Damon Jackson is a friend of the channel, so I'm not going to say anything bad about Damon Jackson. His hair is amazing. Yeah, no, I agree, man. Mason Jones, he's an action fighter, man. That dude is super exciting. And it's going to be interesting to see who he matches up against next, because of his style of fighting. But the lightweight division, man, they always seem to find somebody who's just super exciting, kind of like a Drew Dober. He may not make his way to the top, but he's going to be exciting while he's here. Yeah. That's a good question. Will Michael Johnson bounce back from his last KO loss?
I don't think so. I think it's going to be too late. I mean, he's like 39 now and just coming off another brutal KO loss. I think it only goes down from here because once that chin is gone, it's gone forever. I mean, his chin had already been, taking a few punches before the Dober fight.
Yeah.
So I think that's only going to exacerbate.
That's true. It doesn't heal like that. I think he's gonna, obviously fight again. I think it's matchup dependent. He's got to fight people in his same, level of octagon maturity, say.
Bro, no power punchers.
No. None of those. Let's keep it gangster. The Nathaniel Wood, Lucien Keita fight. Think about that one. Split.
Phenomenal fight, man. Like I went with Nathaniel Wood going into it, and literally, bro, the whole fight, I was like holding my breath because they would trade, and Keita would be like just inches away from clipping Nathaniel Wood. But I think that was just, that veteran experience by Nathaniel Wood. He's been in there with the who's who at 145.
True.
And just very tough guy, but really good fight. And I think Keita is a very good addition to the UFC.
Yeah, I do too, man. Even in a loss. And you're right. Like, I picked Keita because I thought that Wood was just going to be too hittable. But he just wasn't able to connect. But he was very, very close.
Several times.
But I agree. And Nathaniel Wood, man, do you think that he deserves a top 15 fighter?
For sure, 100%. With everything he's done, who all he's been in there with, we definitely need to get Nathaniel Wood a top 15 matchup. Get him in the rankings because he brings it, man. Tough little dude, always shows up to scrap. And I think he definitely deserves it.
Yeah, 100%. Last one on this card I'll bring up, unless I'm forgetting anything, is the Chanel Dyer, Ravina Oliveira fight. I've been a Chanel Dyer fan for a little while on social media and everything, so I was super happy to see her get a win, and she got it by finish, which you don't see that all the time in a female fight. But anything you took from this fight?
Man, she's fun to watch. I mean, got power, got solid hands. I think my only issue with her is that she ain't afraid to get hit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like she gets hit a lot, and even in her other UFC fights, she's gotten hit. Like she's gotten clipped in all of them. That's my only thing is she gonna have to figure something out with the head movement, the distance management, or something like that. But she's a lot of fun though, and I mean, you know, she swings.
Yeah, she does. All right, so let's shift to March Madness, the tournament. So how is your bracket doing?
Bro, you already know, man. It's on. I think it was like it was on like 2% of brackets left after on the first day or something like that. So yeah, my bracket has been busted, but there's a big matchup in the Sweet 16. And those listeners that have been with us for a while, you should already know it's the Alabama versus Michigan matchup, because as we all know, Grimey's a huge Michigan person. But I don't give a piss about nothing but the Tide, baby.
Yeah, man, that's gonna be a really good game. I'm looking forward to that with Michigan 1 seed over there. So that's gonna be a solid game. I'm looking forward to the Houston and Illinois game, just because I like to watch Houston play, not because of the city, but because I like to watch them play. So I'm looking forward to that one. And then my pick to win the whole thing was Arizona, and they still in there. Unfortunately, they're playing Arkansas, and Arkansas got a stud on.
They do. But bro, he plays no defense.
None at all.
Plays no defense, dog.
And he's kind of little, so yeah, he don't play no defense.
No defense at all.
Maybe they can outscore him. I don't know. I hope not, so my bracket can be right. But that's going to be a good game too. Oh, and then Michigan get 2 bites at the apple. They got Michigan and Michigan State still left.
Yep.
They got to play UConn. That's going to be tough.
And then Duke, they got St. John's. I feel that's probably going to be a good one too, man. Rick Pitino always going to have St. John's ready to go in a big matchup.
St. John's can win that game, man. They can win that game. And I think that they can beat Michigan and or UConn too.
We ain't got to worry about Michigan, man. Bama going to take care of them.
Oh, man. What did he say? Sean Moody said, let's go Illini Europeans.
Hey, they do have this one European dude that's nice on their team. I can't think of his name, but they got one that's real nice with Illinois.
Yeah, they do. The Iowa-Nebraska game, I don't know who's going to win that game, but I do know that Iowa has some mojo going into this game after beating Florida the way that they did. So if I had to pick, I would be picking Iowa, but there's no telling. I mean, it's almost like a football game right there. Real you see Iowa versus Nebraska.
For real. Yeah. But low key, a lot of people don't know is Nebraska had a really good basketball season this year. Like they did really well. So don't count out Nebraska for real.
Yeah. And
Stojakovic's son. Yep.
Oh, yeah. I should know that too. I should know that.
I knew it was somebody over there.
Yeah. You know, Peja won a championship here, so I should have known that. But yeah, that's like to see the legacy going on. And then we got the Tennessee and Iowa State game. Iowa State, they had a really season too in the Big 12. So that's going to be an interesting game as well. Is your who did you pick to win the whole thing?
The Duke Blue Devils.
Oh, I mean, they still in it. They still in it.
They still in it, dog, for sure. They still in it, man. Yeah, I definitely, I believe, the super freshman, Boozer is gonna carry Duke to the Final Four. And then once you get to the Final Four, it's just tough game after tough game at that point.
Grimy said you're delusional.
It's all good. Talk your talk, Grimy. Talk your talk. Because when Bama wins, you're gonna be quiet and it's gonna be glorious.
Yeah, Sean Moody, Fred Hoiberg, Iowa State for sure. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Fred Hoiberg, dude, I should be so good. Fred Hoiberg on NBA Live. I'm so good.
He's at Iowa State? I thought he was at Nebraska.
No, he might be Nebraska, my bad.
Yeah, that's right.
When he was in the league, bro, knockdown shooter right there. Knockdown. You know how much money that man make if he was playing this now? I mean, stupid money. Stupid. All right. But yeah, both our teams still left in it. Duke and Arizona. Maybe they'll meet in the final. Maybe they'll meet in the final because they're on two different sides of the bracket. Maybe.
Yeah, it could happen.
It could be Alabama.
Could happen.
It's not going to be Alabama, but it could be.
Whoa. Taking all these shots, man. Whoa. Chill out, brother. Chill out.
Oh, man. I ain't got no teams left, so. Don't really matter. All right. So UFC 328, that was announced. Mm-hmm. So Khamzat Chimaev defending his belt against one Sean Strickland, former middleweight champion, former training partners for a very, very short stint. What were your thoughts when you heard about that?
I mean, we all knew what time it was. Like, yes, Nasruddin Imavov was the rightful guy, but Strickland just brings way too many eyeballs, way too much attention, and he's an American, talks a lot of trash. Like, I wasn't surprised at all to see Strickland get the fight, but you already know what time it is over here, dog. I'm around with Khamzat. You already know. I think Khamzat gonna do bad things to Sean Strickland. And I think we got a taste of it when Chris Curtis fought Miktabek Ortabai, and he got taken down, controlled for 15 minutes against his will, and there was nothing he could do. I think the same exact thing is going to happen to Sean Strickland in this matchup.
Yep, and here's another case of somebody getting a title shot that probably should have been the next title shot, not the one that's coming right now. It should have been Imavov, but I agree, man. It's going to be. I mean, he's going to be dragging that man all over the octagon. Sean ain't gonna be able to do nothing about that. Him down. Khamzat is going to do terrible things, man. Like you said. But the lead up will be interesting. Sean.
I mean, on the war. I definitely think there's going to be something where in the press conference and the interviews, Sean Strickland is going to be talking a lot of cash money shit, trying to get inside Khamzat's head. And honestly, it wouldn't even surprise me if a lot of it worked, because dudes from that part of the world, they don't play around like that. Like they don't do that same type of like talking like that. And those dudes get disrespected. Like they're ready to fight for real. So I personally don't think they're going to be able to do the whole the Paramount video clip where they walk together before the fight. I don't think they're going to be able to do that for Khamzat and Strickland at all.
Absolutely not. And that little trick is not going to work. I'd say 50% of the time it's not going to work. They ain't going to be able to do that. So I'm surprised they even started it. But that being said, if Sean Strickland, this is what so he won the belt against Izzy.
DDP twice.
Fought DDP, lost it. Fought him again, lost. Yep. And this is number 3. So do you think that he gets another title shot if he loses this?
Nah, I think it's a wrap at that point. Like it's going to be kind of like one of those Dustin Poirier type things. Like, you got a few opportunities, you couldn't get over the hump. And, unfortunately, you get in that position and we just know what it is. Like, you're just not going to get another bite at the apple.
Yeah. Yep. Totally agree. Let me see what else is on this card. Alexa Grasso, Maycee Barber. That's an interesting fight.
All right. And I basically just I'm kind of leaning Maycee Barber in this one. If she can, I mean, I feel like Maycee Barber's had so many issues over the last like year, 2 years. So hopefully, she's in the right frame of mind. Injuries good health, all that. She can be in the octagon, all good.
Mm-hmm.
And Alexa Grasso, I mean, after the trilogy with Valentina, where's she gonna be at now? I mean, former champion, shocked the world to become a champion, and I guess it's kind of we just gonna find out like where is she mentally on trying to get back to the title.
Yeah, it feels like she's content with her success. But for me, like Alexa Grasso, she's just not violent enough. She never seems like she's violent enough. When she's throwing her punches, it doesn't seem like she's trying to really do damage. She's trying to get points, and she's just trying to do enough so the judges will say she won. Maycee is nasty.
Yes, she is. That is one thing you can definitely say about Maycee Barber. She is nasty for real.
Yeah. So I think she wins that fight just by aggression alone.
Yeah, Maycee Barber reminds me of those girls you see in like soccer matches when they like run by and like yank the other girl hair. That's definitely what Maycee Barber makes me think of.
Yep, and those are my favorite ones.
Mm-hmm. What's going on, Chris Cushman? Good to see you as always, brother.
Yeah. So Michael Chiesa, Carlston Harris. I think that's what Chiesa's going to retire.
Matter of fact, I think Carlston Harris is out, and I think it's Michael Chiesa versus Nico Price now.
Oh, okay. Everybody's favorite retirement fighter.
Exactly.
So I guess that's going to be a layup.
Yep,
we've seen that before.
That's basically what it is.
Ridiculous. Julian Erosa, is it Lerone? How you say that fool's name? Douglas.
No, you're asking the wrong one.
You normally nail these things.
Man, I gotta practice sometimes beforehand. But Julian Erosa for me, bro. Julian Erosa fights are always fun, no matter who he's in there with. Mm-hmm. Julian Erosa is like just a car crash waiting to happen. Like he gonna get hit, he gonna hit the other dude, and it's gonna be a banger fight.
Yeah. Any white dude with a nickname Juicy J, I like that dude. Yeah. I mean, I'm looking at his name, Chris Cushman, but I ain't hear you say it.
Lerone?
Yeah. Sounds good. I don't know. Yeah. Mansur Abdul Malik against how you say that dude's name?
That's Alex Pereira's training partner, dude. The Dutch kickboxer dude.
Yeah.
Ushri, I think is how you say it.
Yeah, Ushri.
Like yeah. But so with that one, that's an interesting matchup because I mean Ushri kind of shocked the world in his last fight when he beat Azamat Becca, however you say it.
Yeah.
And that guy just couldn't close the distance, couldn't get him down. So Abdul Malik, this guy's more so like kind of like a physical presence, like he grapples a little bit. So it's gonna be interesting to see if Abdul Malik can get him down to the ground, because if not, man, the kickboxer on the feet is gonna give him some problems.
Yeah, man, I kind of lean towards Ushri. Abdul Malik, he looks the part. He looked like he's supposed to be, taking guys out, but it just never really super comes to fruition. I think Ushri might get him, and it might be by knockout. But speaking of knockouts, you already know what's going to happen in this next fight: Terrence McKinney against Kyle Nelson.
Somebody getting knocked out in the first round.
Somebody getting knocked out.
And that's what we want to see. I mean, Terrence McKinney, he was like on the cusp of finishing Chris Duncan and then gets finished. I was like, what in the world is going on? But I feel like that's pretty much how it is when you're watching Terrence McKinney fights. Like it's just a roller coaster, and it's just one extreme to the other.
Yeah, like what was it, Charles Johnson, when y'all were on the stream was talking about He didn't train like that.
Yep. Yep. And we're like, and he's like, what's going on? Because before the fight, he was like, yeah, I think Terrence will come out there a bit measured and like calculated. Not at all what happened. Not at all what happened.
Yeah, yeah. Now this is interesting. Like the prelim card for this has some pretty known people, man. Like you got Chase Hooper against Lance Gibson Jr., who's Lance Gibson Jr. let me down in his last fight with his inactivity. And then Chase Hooper, he's coming off a loss too. So that's going to be an interesting fight.
He got knocked out kind of bad in his last fight, didn't
he? Yeah.
Yeah.
Ignacio Bahamondes against Tofik Musayev.
So I think that's going to be a tricky one just because, man, Ignacio Bahamondes is just a massive lightweight, 6'3" lightweight. Musayev, he's just going to have to close the distance and grapple because on the feet with all the stance switching, Bahamondes fights long too, pause. And I think it's going to be kind of tough for the Russian right there.
Yeah. Navajo Sterling against Bruno Lopez. I like Navajo Sterling.
I do too, but I think like sometimes I think he's going to be a little bit of what Carlos Ulberg was early in his career.
They, to me, are mirror images of each other.
Yes. And I don't know if you remember the Carlos Ulberg, Kennedy and Zechiku fight. Like Ulberg was styling, looking pretty, doing all good. And then next thing you know, Kennedy and Zechiku just like, all right, I'm going to make this a dog fight. I'm going to get in your face. I'm not going to give you any room to operate and just make it nasty. I think Bruno Lopez is going to have to do that exact same thing with Navajo Sterling if he wants to pull it off, because those city kickboxing guys, you can't just stay at range with them because you are literally just fighting the blueprint on exactly the fight they want to do. Like, you got to get in their face and make it nasty.
Yeah, I totally agree. And that's actually why I feel like Yuri Prochazka is going to knock out Carlos Ulberg. Like, he don't like to fight like that. Like Carlos want to stay at range. Navajo like to stay at range. Izzy like to range. It's the same thing. The only one out of this whole group of the real core city kickboxing folks, I'm excluding Alexander Volkanovski, is that will get in your face and just keep it that way is Dan Hooker. He's the only one. And I mean, Navajo should win this fight. He's supposed to. But if Bruno mucks it up, makes it nasty, if he does what Maycee is going to do, Bruno can win this fight.
Yeah, I think that's exactly what he needs to do too. Just get in Navajo Sterling's face, make it nasty, and just be like, hey, this is not going to be an easy fight for you. This is not a coronation for you.
Yeah. Yep. 100% agree. Oh man, Ricky Simón against Adrian Yanez.
Man, this is a tough one. I mean, it's a stylistic, striker versus grappler matchup. Ricky Simón's just pace, volume. Adrian Yanez, man, really good boxing. Doesn't really defend leg kicks. I mean, he got ate up with leg kicks. I think that was against Jonathan Martinez.
Yeah.
So basically, for me in this one, it's going to come down to Adrian Yanez's takedown defense. If he can keep the fight standing. I haven't seen enough of his takedown defense to make me think he's going to be able to keep the fight on the feet, though.
Grammy, he said the cameraman better be on it during Maycee fight. I'm sure he will be.
Oh, for sure they will be, bro. They never let us down.
Yeah. Dude, I like Adrian Yanez so much, man. He reminds me so much of a young Jorge Masvidal. But Jorge found a way to keep fights on their feet, and Adrian just hasn't really nailed that. And I think that Ricky he's going to lean back into his grappling and make it a tough night for Adrian. And I think this might be 3 in a row for him, maybe even 4 in a row.
Yeah, something like that. Like it's been a rough little stretch, man. I think he got Rob Font knocked him out brutally, bro. That was so nasty. Chat, if you want to go see a brutal KO, go see the Rob Font Adrian Yanez fight.
Yeah. I wasn't a fan of that one. That one sucked, but I think it's going to be a tough night, man. This is going to be a really tough night for him.
Yeah.
Oh, the last one that I wanted to bring up was the Alexa Thanara against Bruna Brazil fight.
I think Tynara, man, just because I think she's got a bunch of finishes by submission. So I think she's what, like 13-1, 14-1, something like that. She's kind of like quietly, low key, just like a dangerous little fighter in the division. And I think she's gonna make it a tough night for Bruna Brazil, because I think Bruna Brazil wants to be more on the feet. She's a little bit more of a striker.
Yeah. Coming out of, is she still with the Fighting Nerds? I think she is.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah. But I think that Thanara is going to be too much for sure. Now, the one fight I didn't talk about, Israel Adesanya against Joe Pyfer. I know how you feel about Israel, but what do you think about this fight?
I mean, hey, I like Izzy. I like Izzy. I'm not an Izzy guy, as you know, but I got nothing against Izzy. I think he's 1-4 in his last 5, which is very hard to think about. I know you don't like to hear that, because I know you're a big Izzy guy over there. But I think this could be a good matchup for him, man. Joe Pyfer is going to be right in front of him. Really, what this fight comes down to for me is if Joe Pyfer kind of is like, I'm not gonna let Izzy stay at range. I'm gonna close the distance. I'm gonna make this pretty much what we talked about with Navajo Sterling. I'm gonna get in his face. I'm gonna make it nasty. Yeah. And Joe Pyfer's got more than enough power. He's just got to touch Izzy one time, and the whole complexion of the fight gonna change. But with that being said, we've seen Joe Pyfer get outclassed on the feet by Jack Hermanson, and he was just swinging at air the entire fight. So Izzy can do that. It's just Izzy's gonna have to do it for 25 minutes.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, and I like Joe Pyfer a lot. And I wasn't a fan that this fight was happening. I felt like it was a massive jump for him, but Izzy is on a skid. He, like you said, he doesn't have a lot of wins in his last 4 fights. He does have one, though, and that was against Alex Pereira, and that was by knockout.
How did I know we were going with that? How did I know that was coming up?
So
you petty dog. You petty.
So what that tells me is that he does have the power to get it done if he needs to. So I agree. If Joe wants to win the fight, he's gonna have to make it dirty. He's just gonna have to make it dirty. He can't let it be a pretty fight. How much grappling do you think is gonna be involved in this fight?
So I'm gonna look at it like this. Let's say Izzy's doing what Izzy does, like the first 2 rounds, just like piecing Joe up from range. Joe can't really get to him, can't really close the distance. I think Joe's gonna have to make that big boy good fight IQ decision. Be like, hey, like, I gotta try something else. Because I think we all know, like, if you just stand at range with Izzy, it's gonna be a tough night unless you Sean Strickland, which is just a guy that just doesn't get hit very much on the feet. But Joe Pyfer is not that kind of fighter. Joe Pyfer will get hit, and he believes in his power. So I'm gonna be interested to see. To me, it kind of have some of the Israel Adesanya, Paulo Costa vibes, where Paulo Costa was going into that fight like, I'm just gonna come after you. I'm gonna walk you down. I'm gonna get to you. And Paulo Costa never did it at any point in the fight. So we're gonna see if Joe Pyfer can actually do it or not.
True. And it does give me shades of that fight. Difference being Joe Pyfer got way more power than Paulo Costa.
Yeah.
But Paulo Costa is a little bit more dynamic of a striker than Joe Pyfer. So we'll see, man. I'm, as everybody should know at this point, I'm an Izzy fan. I've always been an Izzy fan. He does some weird stuff from time to
time. Some. Come on now. Come on, some.
Hey, just because I'm a fan of him don't mean I'm a fan of everything he's done. That being said, I think he should win this fight. He's supposed to win this fight. But if he does lose this fight, man, you better put them gloves down.
Does he hang it up if he loses?
Why not? Why not? Put them gloves down. I mean, because it's not going to get no better.
I know you and Ola gonna be watching this fight with bated breath. Y'all gonna be so nervous over there watching
Bro,
this fight.
you ain't lying. You ain't lying. I'm gonna be nervous, heart beating fast, everything. Yeah, for sure. But
Yeah, I know the feeling.
you know, if Joe gets it done, man, I will happily applaud body bags for sure. For sure. Let's see what Western say. He said, I hate to say I do want to see Izzy win this. See, he got some people rooting for him.
Yeah.
Tyler Betts said Izzy gonna chop those legs and style on Joe. He's definitely gonna chop the legs.
He gonna have to.
Yeah.
For real. And Western says this game is better with Izzy, and I agree with that. I definitely agree with that. Even though I'm not an Izzy guy, I can admit the game is better with him in it.
Yeah, yeah. And for the record, just because I'm an Izzy guy doesn't mean that I'm against Alex Pereira. I'm not. I'm not. I'm not.
Okay.
I'm not.
All right.
I'm a big fan of Alex Pereira for sure.
100%. When did that happen? Be honest. When did that happen?
When he knocked out Sean the first time. When he knocked out Sean Strickland. I became a fan.
Hey, bro, I ain't even gonna cap, bro. I love when he knocked out Sean Strickland,
dog. He fell, and you know what's so funny about the way he fell? He fell doing his little defense.
Yep.
Because that's how he beat Izzy. He beat Izzy not because he was just up in his face. It's because of his defense.
Yeah. It's like he got the zombie arms or something, dog, and just blocking everything, dude.
Yep, and that's what Joe Pyfer's not going to be able to do. He absorbs the shots with his face.
Yeah,
that's the difference. I mean, as goofy and weird and off color as Sean is, he is very skilled at not getting hit in close range. It's because he far so much. So, but he wasn't going to do that against a Hall of Fame kickboxer. It's not going to work.
Yeah.
What did Weston say? He said, if Pereira beats Gane, will UFC just strip Tom? You want to go first on that? Because I have an opinion.
Please, by all means, go for
it. If the UFC stripping Tom is not going to have anything to do with Pereira beating Gane, I think the UFC will strip Tom because of his relationship with Eddie Hearn. That's why he's going to get stripped.
Yeah, that makes some sense right there.
Yeah.
Man, honestly, I completely agree with you on that one, man. But I did see some footage of Tom back in the gym training. So hopefully that means he's gonna be back sometime soon. And the winner of this can fight Tom. But if not, there still is a guy out there just dangling out there waiting to fight Alex Pereira. I'm just saying.
Yep. Getting older.
I'm
getting older about a minute.
They the same age though. They the same age,
but somehow they not the same age.
Valid. But you never know though. Like Alex might be even older and had that messed up birth certificate down there in Brazil though, dog.
That's true. He might be 57.
Exactly.
Yeah. I mean, that's the fight that should have been in the White House. Everybody knows that. But it is still out there. I think that with what John is saying in the media right now, man, it's going to be interesting if they're able to kind of put those things together, because he's not saying positive things about the UFC right now. So we'll see. Because I mean, throughout his career, the ups and downs and everything like that, he hasn't really spoken really bad about the UFC. Yeah. But right now, it's going that way. What's up, Kenny?
So let me ask you this: if Alex beats Gane, who does he call out?
He's gonna call out Tom if Tom still got the belt. He's gonna call out Tom.
Okay.
He could. There's a possibility that he calls out John. I could see it, but I think his mind is on the belt, and if John came with the belt, then he would be focused on that. But since Tom got the belt, he got to focus on that.
I got you. Yeah. What's going on, my Lambstone? Good to see you as always.
Yeah. Grimy said, "There's no way we'll cop is only 34, bro."
Exactly, dog. Hey, I'm telling you, there's something to it now. There is something to it because there ain't no way he 34, dog. He at least 40.
Yeah.
At least.
At bare minimum. They don't be carrying a 1 or something. I don't know what they be doing down there. They got some new math. Tyler Biss said, Tom said his doctor told him he can't get punched for another 4 months. Tom, if he gets punched by a heavyweight man, his eyeball might shoot out the back of his head, like the way that he's talking. Like I would be surprised to see him back in the octagon at this point, the way that he's talking about his eyes.
Yeah. What did Kenny say?
He said, I don't know if the UFC is punishing John for dragging out the Aspinall negotiations and then threatening to retire when they came up with the 30 million. That's what some people are speculating.
Bro, that's exactly going on. 100% there is something to that. It may not be entirely accurate, but I'm willing to bet you Dana and Nebraska are like, we remember what you did to us. Like, we're not gonna give you what you want. Like, you want to play hardball with us. Now we're gonna play hardball with you. And when you're at this level, man, like people's egos are so massive and they take stuff personally.
Yeah. Yeah, they sure do. They sure do. I mean, there's a lot of weird stuff going on with the matchmaking, with relationships and all this stuff. And Grimy brought up not hearing much from English MMA fans lately, and they ain't got a lot to cheer about right now. But
and I love it.
I will say is I foresee Eddie Hearn getting more people that he's going to manage. It's going to cause a bigger problem. Just imagine if Lerone Murphy goes to him. Who else? Just name Spider.
Leon, I mean, honestly, when you think about it, it's actually kind of smart because the more fighter he gets, this dude been doing it, man. He ain't just like just Mr. Yes Sir to Dana White in the UFC. Like, he gonna play hardball and he gonna try and get money for his guys. So that part of it, having been on that side of it, 100%. I'm all about your representation being bulldogs, getting you the most money possible. I'm all for it.
I 100% agree. This should have happened a long time ago. Ola's boy Ali Abdelaziz, he's been in bed with them. He's not negotiating. Just from my perspective, he's not negotiating in good faith for his clients. He's giving them what the UFC wants to give them. And Eddie ain't gonna do that.
Nope.
I think this is great.
And I think that's actually one of the downsides with Ali Abdelaziz, him having so many clients. Like, he's looking out for his best interest. He ain't looking out for all them fighters' best interests.
Yep. Yeah, I don't like that relationship. It doesn't. It really should be it shouldn't even be allowed. But it's the nature of this promotion, and these are the dark parts of the UFC. You know, people getting 12 and 12 when the WNBA just negotiated where the minimum is going to be 300,000.
Yeah, but I mean, I feel like that CBA is going to make the WNBA go away down the line because up until this point, they've already lost $250 million. They about to lose a whole lot more now with that new CBA. So the next time that CBA comes up, it might be a wrap at that point.
I don't know. We'll see. But at least they're getting compensated.
Yeah, true.
So, anywho, that being said, are you gonna stream for Fight Night Seattle?
I'm gonna try to. I should be back in time for the main card to do a watch along for that. So definitely be on the lookout for that. I haven't put out a preview video. I think I might be doing that either tomorrow or Wednesday. So be on the lookout for that as well.
But I'm working on a video about some of the stuff that we just talked about the first 100 days of the Paramount era. So that's in the works. So we'll get that out there. Oh, Sterling's
What's going on,
bro? What's going on, bro?
Oh, yeah, Jax was talking about Houston earlier, too, by the way.
Yeah, man. Lovely place, man. Lovely. Amazing place. that I would never visit. No, I'm just kidding. This. I've been to Houston a million times. It's all right down there. It's hot. But anywho, y'all subscribe to S Dogs MMA Talk, by the way. And make sure y'all like the stream. We got stuff coming up. Like he said, he's streaming maybe the main card this weekend. Got some more content coming out and all that good stuff. So y'all make sure y'all Sterling, the second blackest white guy I know. After Jack Harlow.
Grimy, hey, Sterling went back to the home team, dog. Like he did. He went back to the home team, Grimy. I don't know if you knew that or not. I mean,
he did.
I definitely know you know, but I'm just saying, dog. He went back to the other side, Grimy. You might have to turn your back on him, dog.
Yeah, he not like you, bro. He not like you. He not built like you, bro.
Yeah, he ain't built like you, Grimy.
Oh man, that's crazy. Anywho, man, until next time, we will catch y'all boys later.
Peace.
Thanks for watching Crosswalk. Come back next Monday to chop it up.
So please, whatever.